The low clip bars, the fairing, the way the fairing looks and makes you feel, the rear set foot pegs, the tail cone on the back. Howdy y'all, Fuzzy Biker here. We are in the mighty minitropolis of Marnie, Iowa at Baxter Cycle, and look what I found here today. This is an absolutely gorgeous Royal Enfield 650 GT, Continental 650 GT. It's their 650 parallel twin. Look at that gorgeous machine. Blue with the black. We got a little rider here, that little Wasp. But look what it's got. Look what it's got special on this thing. Wahoo! Absolutely beautiful fairing on it, and that is a MK Designs from India fairing. It's fiberglass. Baxter Cycle is now a dealer for these things, but look how just absolutely gorgeous that thing is. The bike is just striking. When I first saw it today, I didn't know about this till I got here today. I just absolutely fell in love with it. But the color match is superb. The quality is great. It's actual real fiberglass. I mean, just absolutely amazing. Beautifully done. Very aggressive looking. Shark-like. Of course, we know the bike. The bike is I think they're 47 horsepower, parallel twin, 4 valve per cylinder, so 8 valve total, fuel injected, dual throttle bodies, Bosch fuel injection, 6-speed transmission. These have got a wonderful 6-speed transmission. The very rake back racer style, you know, the rear foot pegs, the reverse shifter, the clip-on style handlebars. That's why this felt a lot more aggressive than the last one I rode, and that's because these are dropped down a little farther. Very aggressive riding style. This one, they've got a black fender on it, which matches the black detail in the fairing. They put the bar end mirrors on it. These gorgeous Royal Enfield bar end mirrors. I just love them. Of course, it's got the Monza style fuel cap. And then they added this very interesting seat. When I hopped on it, that was one of the first things, was the way that seat felt is it's very different than you'd expect. Of course, it's got the tail cone on it, and I'm assuming there's seat under there. You pop this tail cone off and you can still have a passenger. The pegs are still on there. They just got done working on this bike. He says they're going to do a little more to it. They want to put different blinkers on it. I don't think there's any on the front. They want to get bar end blinkers for the front. Look at this little Wasp here, or bee, or whatever that thing is. And I don't know what they're going to do on the rear. They're going to do something different on the rear. Looks like they've kind of got a tail tidy thing going on the back end already. They also want to get different pipes on it. I don't know if they're going to get a performance pipe or a slip-on or whatever, but they know how to do it. They do a really good job of that kind of stuff here. But isn't that just a gorgeous motorcycle? And the blue is outstanding. They here's the killer part. This fairing kit, I think he said, call him to find out for sure. Tell him Fuzzy sent you. I think they said $750. Now, I think that was just for the fairing. Maybe there's installation on top of that, but an absolutely beautiful thing. You know, it's got this whole front section. I don't think the Wasp is included. It's got this mid-section, then of course it's got this lower tail section, or bottom section. It's just absolutely gorgeous looking thing. I mean, wow. You know, just beautiful. I've driven it around town, but I have not driven it on the road yet, so we'll take it out on the road and see what we can find out. What do y'all think of that? This fairing is a winner. Look how solid that is. It isn't shaking. It's just nice and tight. Here's the company right here, MK Designs of India. And like I said, Baxter Cycle is a distributor in the United States for them. Just an absolutely beautiful thing. Just striking. I wonder if that's stock headlight or if that's it looks very different for some reason. I just love it. I just love the whole thing. I love the Continental GT anyway. I love the 650 twins by Royal Enfields. I'm a Royal Enfield fanboy. This is just another layer of over the top that they've been able to perform with this particular platform. Just a wonderful platform for motorcycle. I see one of these in my future, the parallel twin 650. Just a gorgeous motorcycle. Look at that color. Beautiful. I think he said they ordered it and had it within a week or two. Maybe it was 2 or 3 weeks. once you order it, then they lay it up and build it, and then ship, of course. Shipping wasn't a problem at all, I guess. Everything just came just like it was supposed to. Look at this little wasp here. He's a real rider. See him? Anyway, just a gorgeous work of art. Okay, I'm pining. Look at that. Isn't that just striking? Strikingly beautiful. And I love the tail cone and that flat seat. It's just so cafe-ish. Of course, these bikes, you know, they've got the, I think they're 41mm forks. The big old disc brake on the front. Single disc on the back. I think these bikes run 18-inch wheels front and back. Look at the size of that disc on the front. Just an absolutely gorgeous thing. We can get a better look at it. Two-pot. Just, okay, I'm pining. All right, I'm gonna get my helmet on. We're gonna take that little hot rod for a ride. Wahoo! Alrighty then, there she be. Let's go see what this hot rod can do. There goes our Wasp rider. Very interesting feeling seat. Kickstands up. Jacket is zipped. Starts right up. 14 miles on the odometer. These bikes always sound so good and they handle great. Town has had a bunch of storms. We had a bunch of rainstorms through here, so got a lot of debris on the roads. Alrighty, there's Baxter Cycle on the left, Marnie, Iowa. BaxterCycle.com, BaxterCycleOmaha.com. Beautiful, beautiful. It's a very aggressive feeling bike. The fairing, you know, I've driven these bikes before, and it's amazing how the looks of a motorcycle can really influence how you feel when you're riding it. Shifts very well. These Royal Enfields always do. They've got great transmissions. They've got these bars a little lower than the last one I was on. At least that's my opinion. Let's see how she turns here. Nobody behind us. A little bit of gravel in the road there. So we do this way. Oh yeah, she's a dream. Look at all this. We had massive rainstorms. Look at all this debris here. Okay, back to the bike. The seating is amazing. This lower front bar, I just love the front bar. And this flatboard seat, it's just, you wouldn't think I'd like something like that, but I actually really do. The bike's down standard. It does need better pipes. But boy, do these motors pull. I just love these things. You feel like you're on a spaceship with this fairing. I love the sitting stance. The mirrors are good. Okay, I'm in 6th gear, 60 miles an hour. It looks like I'm pulling just about 3,800 RPMs, 3,900. The bike has a fuel gauge, 2 trip meters, a tachometer on the right with a, looks like a 7,500 RPM red line. Speedometer on the left. Weights for these motorcycles, I've read anywhere from 440 to 470, right in there. I'm assuming one's empty and one's with fuel. I'm not sure what the fairing would add, but it sure does seem to cut well. Whether, you know, that's psychological or real, I don't know. These are a very aggressive feeling motorcycle. I would say one of the key features of a Royal Enfield 650 is the way it handles. The frames are, I think it was Harris Design, was the company that, or Harris Racing or something like that. Royal Enfield bought that company out. It was a British company, and they designed the frames for these things, and they've, I think that's one of the good reasons, or one of the reasons these things handle so well. Oh my gosh, it's just a beautiful thing, my friends, beautiful thing. You know, these are a 47 horsepower motorcycle. They're not large or super fast, but they are incredibly fun. I think that's the number one characteristic of a Royal Enfield is the, well, it has several very good characteristics, but the amount of fun you have on them. Every time I drive one, I smile. Baxter Cycle, Marnie, Iowa, put this on. This is Iowa's busiest intersection. In Iowa, if there's more than 2 cars in an intersection, it's busy. Okay, let's go take this thing and see what we can do. We can't really open her up because it's got low miles on it. They do just fly. They're a lot of fun. The handling is superb. The feeling is phenomenal. They're a very small, light bike. I mean, look how close you are to the ground here. Incredibly, just great handling. I mean, just, oh, I love it. I love it. Wahoo! I love it. This fairing is a winner. Look how solid that is. It isn't shaking. It isn't. It's just nice and tight. I like this. I like this a lot. I love the way the whole thing feels. I love the whole, you know, the low clip bars, the fairing, the way the fairing looks and makes you feel. The rear set foot pegs, the tail cone on the back, and of course this flat racing seat. What do y'all think of this motorcycle? What do you think of the looks of this fairing? If you are enjoying this video, please hit like, subscribe, share the video. This thing is phenomenal to ride on. You feel like you're a real sport bike rider on this thing. It just, I mean, this is a very aggressive looking and feeling bike. And even parked, this thing looks like it's going 100 miles an hour. All right, we're back in the mighty mini-tropolis of Marnie, Iowa, home of Baxter Cycle. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit like, subscribe, share. Comment below, tell me what you would like to see in the near future. I love doing these videos and I'd like to put out more of what you all would like to see. If you're interested in a motorcycle like this or a kit like this for your motorcycle or for a Triumph, new Triumph or Royal Enfield, contact Baxter Cycle. There they are. BaxterCycle.com, BaxterCycleOmaha.com. Life is too short. Get out there and ride, my friends. Wahoo!